You ever get a clicking noise when you turn your vehicle to the right or left? You may have a bad CV axle. Welcome to this AMSOIL Tech Tip. We're talking about CV axles or constant velocity joints. We need to understand everything about them. You can see it right there on the screen. The inboard joint, well, that's the plunge joint. The outboard joint, that's actually fixed. We'll look at that in a second. But you can see the inboard there. You can have a tripod, double offset, cross groove, all kinds of cool stuff going on. But better yet, I have it right here on the table for you. This is actually the outboard joint right here. This is going to be connected to the wheel. So what's happening when I turn to the right or left, you see all these bearings in there and all this? All need different lubrications. I can turn out there. Now this inner joint right here, this is actually the plunge joint. This is going to move in and out. Now why do we want to move in and out? Because our suspension has to move up and down. So when we move up and down, it's got to be able to move and turn a bit. So both of those need good lubrication. If it actually comes apart and it loses its lubrication, that's why you're getting that clicking noise. So I can show you right here. Just drive along, turn to the right or to the left, and you hear a clicking or a ticking noise coming down from your axles. You feel like it's one or the other. Then you want to go down and do a good visual inspection. How do you do that? Well, you just look at them. Take the boots, make sure they're not torn. Pull on the joints, wiggle up and down, make sure there's no play or no slop in between those bearings. Turn your wheel fully to the right or to the left. Do a good visual inspection. What are you looking for? Well, a torn boot like that. All the grease is going to come out. You're going to have a massive problem. Dirt's going to come up there. It's going to eat the bearings. There's a lot going on with the drivetrain. They take a lot of abuse. We need some good lubrication.
That's correct. Especially, you get into the power levels that some of these vehicles are achieving now. And then some of the things people are asking them to do, the loads on the drivetrain are crazy. So the differentials, the transmissions, it all requires really good lubrication. Our Gear Lube is some of the best stuff that you can possibly get. We spend a ton of time testing it, and we concentrate on what's really going on inside. Let's say a differential, because that would be considered your worst case scenario. There's a lot of wiping action that goes on in there, which requires some special additives that will make sure that it's protected. It's called an EP additive. Our Gear Lubes are fortified with those, top tier base oils, all of the good stuff that you need to make sure that that thing is protected.
Yeah, we're putting a lot of horsepower to the ground. They take up a lot of abuse, but I love the packaging as well. And where can I find this cool packaging where I could fill it without a mess, along with some transmission fluid that does just that?
Yeah, you can find all of our drivetrain products and that cool packaging at AMSOIL.com.